My mom was already sitting at the kitchen table when I got home, not scrolling, not eating, just sitting there with my backpack in front of her. Zipper open. My stomach dropped instantly. I hadn't even taken my shoes off yet. "Where were you after school?" she asked. "At the library," I said automatically. Too fast. I could hear it in my own voice. She slid something across the table. My employee badge, my name, my picture, the logo still smudged with grease. The room went quiet, the kind of quiet that makes your ears ring. "How long?" she asked. I didn't answer. My heart was pounding so hard I thought I might throw up. She stood up slowly, like she was afraid if she moved too fast, I'd disappear. "How long have you been lying to me?" I tried to explain. I opened my mouth and everything came out wrong. Late nights, double shifts, cash tips folded into my phone case. She shook her head like she couldn't hear me, like she didn't recognize me anymore. "Why?" she said. Just one word, but it felt heavier than all the others. "For college," I whispered. That's when her face changed. Not angry, not disappointed, hurt. She sat back down and pressed her fingers into her temples. "You think I wouldn't help you?" Her voice cracked on the last word. I wanted to tell her I'd tried, that I'd watched the bills pile up on the counter, that I'd heard her crying on the phone late at night when she thought I was asleep, that I'd calculated tuition costs in my head like a countdown clock. She picked up my pay stubs from my bag. There were a lot of them, more than I realized. Her hands were shaking now. "You're exhausted," she said softly. "You're a kid." "I'm not," I said, too sharply. "I can handle it." She looked at me then. Really looked. Dark circles, calloused hands, the hoodie I wore to every shift because it smelled like fries no matter how many times I washed it. Her eyes filled with tears, and that somehow made everything worse. "You should have told me," she said. "I was going to," I lied. She stood up again and pulled me into a hug so sudden it knocked the air out of me. I froze at first, then broke. I cried into her shoulder like I hadn't in years. She kept saying my name over and over like she was afraid I'd vanish if she stopped. When she finally pulled away, she wiped her face and picked up my badge again. "You're quitting," she said. My chest tightened. "I can't." She looked at me for a long second. Then she said very quietly, "We'll figure this out. Together." I nodded, but later that night when she went to bed, I took my uniform out of the closet and set my alarm for 5 a.m.